And welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Good evening. Good evening. We are live. We should be live with Friday night solo Cokeathon. And let's see if we indeed are. Oh my gosh, I got lots of notifications on LinkedIn. Hang on. Okay, well, that's all the likes. All right. I'll reply to that later. And then, oh no, that's the weekly wrap up. That's my other event. Let's see if we are live. Let me turn on the chat here. Boom. Oh, dang it. There you go. and then. Here we go. Okay, we should be live because it skipped to the first place in my post. So, can I hear myself now? Myself? A little harsh sometimes. It's a little weird. I don't know. Maybe the microphone is a little more wonky today. Anyways, I guess so. Anyways, so welcome. I don't know how long the stream will be. We shall see. I usually go based off of engagement and um, how many topics I can come up with, and that's usually especially recently on LinkedIn, the engagement has went down. YouTube, not even talking about YouTube. That's another whole different chapter. But yeah, the LinkedIn engagement went to hell, and therefore streams have become a lot more boring. Well, there's one person who would always say that live streams and live events are the best thing that you can do for your growth on LinkedIn. However, I don't believe that. I don't. It's not at all. LinkedIn has gone way past that. I'm not sure what you mean by long. Your first comment of the stream and it's just long. I'm not sure what that means. You could also just comment AI slop, even though you can see me. It's AI slop right here, what you can see, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, so by the way, no, a Cokeathon does not mean that I will be actively snorting hard drugs. No, that's not what it means. It means this. And therefore, with that, I shall start. So cheers to everybody. Happy end of the semester. Actually, today was the last day of the semester, and I do have only one more essay that I gotta finish up. It's like halfway done, and that's due by Sunday. And other than that, I'm done with my semester and off to Better Ends, North Carolina, to be exact. So, cheers to everybody. Happy Friday, and yeah, off to new beginnings. Extra good today. So, how long will your slop will go on tonight? Long. I'm not sure how long. Like I said, I'm not sure. Maybe depending on the engagement. Like, I see 3 people right now on YouTube, but I know for some reason when I say like, hey, come engage with about anything. I like these topics. I like AI, technology, history. This is especially like, I do have a Sunday stream, but that's about more other stuff like my personal developments and then all that stuff. But this is just like a complete free for all. Even in my personal life, like I love history, I love technology, I love AI. Ask me anything about anything, and we can start a debate in the comments. I can see again, I got 3 viewers on YouTube, but unfortunately, again, it usually 4 viewers on YouTube. Well, hello everybody, welcome everybody. Engage in the comments. Engage in the comments while we are here. Well, let's have some fun because it's a Friday. It's a Friday. We're supposed to have fun. The last day of the semester. I just want to have some fun after after my finals week and just enjoy the night basically. And that's my goal for the night. And I mean, hopefully in life. And see, boom, just as I say that, 2 people gone because. Because they're just not interested in having fun or something like that, or they just don't want to talk, or they're just too shy. See, people, that's the problem with a lot of people on the internet. I used to be like that too. Actually, I used to hate, for example, I used to be kind of self-conscious about what I sounded like and all that stuff, especially in the anything about anything. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, anything about anything. Yeah, ask me anything about anything. I swear, I will be able to maybe answer you. Not you. You stay. You do not talk. Shh. Quiet. Shh. Okay, you do not talk. But yeah, but other than that, other than your questions and inquiries and all that stuff, I would be able to answer most everything. Mostly everything. Nobody on LinkedIn. One more live person on YouTube. Three. Okay, this is just getting a little out of hand, but yeah, like I said, engage about anything in the comments. Literally, technology, AI, history, uh, legal stuff. No politics though, because we're on LinkedIn, and on LinkedIn, I don't want to make anything about politics. Also, cybersecurity stuff like that. Yeah, anything, literally anything. Yeah, I know live streams are not much fun for people. They have attention span for shorts max, and it's getting shorter. People, the attention span is getting a lot shorter than it was. It used to be, I could watch a. Well, I mean, I still have the same attention span. I can stay on a video for like 40 minutes if I'm uninterrupted, or if I don't have to go somewhere. I can watch something for an hour. But today, most people will just load up TikTok and just scroll, just boom 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 boom, just double tap to like and scroll. I've seen it happen. It's crazy, and they don't even. It's just about the dopamine. It's like the scroll. I get the reward. The scroll. Oh, I get the reward. It's all that. It's the same stuff, and it's sad to see because it really um, how would I put this? I don't want to say castrate because that would be only used for men, but it basically just sterilizes people. There you go. It sterilizes people, and it's like I said, it's just sad to see just everybody have such a short attention spans. Because see, there was four. I mean, probably like seven unique viewers have rotated in. They all left just like that. Boom, they're gone. They're on to new ventures, meaning they're on to their uh, midnight, perhaps early morning, perhaps early night, early evening dopamine hits. Just boom, 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 just like that, mindless scrolling. I do that too sometimes, but it's not necessarily mindless, because I actually pay attention to the video, and I actually, I don't just double tap on every single one, and but I actually do pay attention to them and like what I only like what I actually like, and then save what I actually want to save. It's like I don't like or save every single short. I just um, um, like or save whatever I like. Anyways, what does solicit mean? Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe you could answer that. No, I'm joking. Of course, I know what that is now. It's requesting information from people in requesting information or services or money, anything basically from people, uh, you know, no particular, for no, like not particular reason, but just in general, that's what it is. Hey, welcome back. Three more people, of course, and then suddenly it'll just vanish, just like that, and people will be gone out of nowhere. Late night doom scrolling through TikTok reels. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See, you're my only viewer, and you're the only one who makes it fun. Nobody else. Everybody's just like, oh, look at this loser. Instead of engaging in the comments, they're just like, oh, look at this loser. He has only like, I don't know, 2 or 3 viewers watching. It's like, well, I mean, if you engaged, and you know, if you engaged and if you liked, not like, you don't even have to like it. You can just engage and let me, you know, you can just engage, ask me a question, and I can answer your question, and you can decide if you like me or not. Because usually people just go off based on, um, you know, popularity and stuff like that. And I'll be honest, I do that too. But at the same time, I do it very in a kind of measured way. I also watch sometimes when I see that a video is well done. I also sometimes watch videos that have like only like 20 views or something like that. I've done that before, yeah. But these people are genuinely just, it's like, see 2 viewers live. Oh, nope, I'm not watching that. I don't want to be the third one. I don't know. He's too shy, even though it's just like a number on a screen. It's like he's gonna suddenly know everything about me. It almost seems like that. You have 986 subscribers. People just come and go throughout the global time zones. That's also possible because, yeah, I mean, uh, there are a lot of people that are subscribed to me. 987 actually, by the way. I just checked and it grew by one. Yeah, it's funny. I put on my YouTube dashboard and then I just refreshed. I don't know, like put on my YouTube dashboard, and then a minute later I refresh. It was 986, and then 987. So watch out, 987. I'll sue you for misinformation, for spreading false information publicly like that. It's not really good what you're doing. No, I'm joking. But yeah, so nobody likes to engage, and that's unfortunately, I guess, the modern modern internet condition, I guess. Oh, look at that, 4 viewers. Look at that, and then suddenly they'll be all gone because nobody wants to engage. Nobody, like I said, I'll reiterate it once again. Nobody likes to engage, but perhaps, maybe, just maybe, these 4 people would like to engage. Would like to drop something in the comments for me to talk about, answer at length, right? Because I do like that. I do like to get into a lot of rabbit holes, especially when I'm supposed to be doing something completely different. Especially then I love to just get off track, and then I go from doing a history paper, well, or a whatever it is, history paper, and then suddenly I'm all the way at the start off at antiquity, and get all the way to the beginnings of AI and how they're connected to that. It's really interesting how that happens. But yeah, see, I knew it. There was four people, and then all gone. As I was talking about, engaging. So maybe I will just get on with something else. Perhaps not just ranting about people not engaging, because that's just, like I said, the modern internet condition. Nobody will, everything's just everything just got impersonal. Nobody likes to do anything else other than just scroll through videos and then wait 5 seconds. If it gets boring, then they just leave. I typically watch shorts to the fullest. But they're like, unless the hook and I just don't like the person. You just feel the vibe from the video. Anyways, so what should we get into? Give me some ideas, guys. Just give me some ideas. I'm not gonna ask you about nothing else. I don't want your name. I don't want your social security number. I don't want your credit card number. Just give me something to talk about. And it can be anything. Truly, I'll get into anything. We can literally talk about quite literally anything. First, some news, I guess. Well, I mean, I'll just remind everybody really quick. Channel content. Here we go. Let me stop this. All right. So, 986, as you can see. Actually, wait, what? No way, right? What if I refresh? Swear to God, it was not. Of course. I was almost gonna apologize, but no, 987. There we go. So 13 subscribers. 13 subscribers to you can't even see me. Yikes. Sorry about that, guys. Let me switch this new restream thing is so stupid. Yeah, I can't even do this. Wow, this is just lame. So just as you can see, 987 subscribers. So 13 more subscribers to 1,000. I do have a goal of 1,000 before the new year, which, like I said again, it's like I said before, it's very accomplishable. So if you're watching the stream right now, if you watch it on replay, whatever you do, come subscribe to my channel. I post pretty much daily, especially these long form videos, which are made by AI. Full disclosure, of course, but you're going to see it in the video. You're going to see it in the in the description. Everywhere it's said it's AI. So so don't start commenting AI slop now, because I've had that many times. Just to show you an example, perhaps AI doesn't think that has 7 comments. I didn't realize. And I forgot. Oh yeah, I know. Of course, it has the 7 comments, because it was a big old argument in there. But where was the last AI slop at? Everybody, it's funny as hell, because it's either some very technological like comment, explanation about something in the video, like people actually engaging with the video and stuff like that. And then there's just a person comments AI slop, dislikes the video, and is gone. Nothing in between. Nothing in between. The only variance is the length of the comments. Sometimes it's like huge, sometimes very short. Like this one is pretty good. Just an inference from the video. That's it. That's all you got to do. You don't have to comment AI slop, guys. You can just be calm and enjoy the work that AI made with in synthesis with a human. I see a new comment. No video still today. Yes, I was going to get to that as well, actually. Hang on. I haven't posted a video. Yesterday I did, but I took a little bit of a break because I was working on, first of all, finals. Then I had to do some a lot of stuff, mostly with the volunteer. I sell voluntary benefits. Of course, I had to get to that. It's a mandatory plug. Well, it's not mandatory, but I'll make it mandatory. So what I do is I make videos, make shorts, make professional shorts, make other video as well, and also along with that, I make I do sell voluntary benefits to companies with 3 or more employees through Colonial Life. And so if you watching right now have, I don't know, maybe a company with 3 or more employees, or somebody who has a company with 3 or more employees, then contact me and we'll figure something out. It really helps out people, especially before the holidays, because there's a lot of risk for injury and stuff like that during holidays, and that's exactly what Colonial Life takes care of. So yeah, so just let me know if if you know somebody or if you have a business, and we'll figure out something for you. Now, back to this. Welcome to the 3 viewers that just joined in. Welcome. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, AI slop. I'm trying to find the latest. I swear to gosh, it was somewhere around here. Where's the AI slop? Nope, that's not it. Gosh. Yeah, 0 comments. It's actually been getting a little more views here and there. What about this one? It doesn't have a dislike, so I don't think it's going to be an AI comment. How embarrassing for Apple. No. See, some are substantive. Some are not. When it has like, oh yeah. Maybe right here. Sounds like all small. Oh, never mind. This is just a dumb. Actually, it's a Friday, so yeah, it's a dumbass. It's after 10 p.m. at least on Central Time, and after on Central Time, and on the East Coast it's 11 p.m. So I can be as brus as I can be as use as many expletives as I want. Where's AI slop? I was trying to look for it, but I guess I'll just leave it be if I can't find it in like 10 seconds. Oh, there we go. All right, as I say that, YouTube, please stop recommending me AI slop. More of this content. Crybaby. Yeah, well, it's clearly disclosed. Yeah, I wrote, the more you interact or comment on this quote-unquote AI slop that you're referring to, the more you will get it recommended. That's how algorithms work. Thanks for the comment and boosting my AI slop, though. That's what I had to write. It's mandatory at that point, because if you, like, YouTube, please stop recommending me. What is YouTube going to do? It's going to see it as a reaction. It's not going to see it as a, it's not going to see it as a, what is it called? Oh gosh, I just read that comment. I'm not even going to get into that. But hang on. I was going to say, the more you write on AI slop, how much you hate it, AI slop or whatever, like AI videos. Something is genuinely AI slop. This is not really AI slop because it takes human effort and stuff like that, as I'm about to show. But what is this? Hopefully, I'll be able to show it. What else did I want? Yeah, so do not comment. If you hate videos that are quote-unquote AI slop, don't comment that you hate AI slop. Otherwise, you will get recommended more AI slop because YouTube sees it as a reaction to AI slop, and therefore it'll recommend you more AI-generated videos, or at least the ones that are tagged with AI-generated content, which every one of mine is. So, don't do it. No videos, no AI, no long form, no short, no DMs. Said nothing going on. I guess too many rabbit. Oh yes, of course, too many. It's a lot of rabbit holes, indeed. I would say. Yeah. Wait, let me just stop sharing real quick, if I can. Oh, okay, here we go. We're still here. Hopefully, we are. No video. Yeah. So, yeah, most definitely too many rabbit holes, um, such as phone calls, such as emails, such as trying to set up the DMs or meetings, such as um, uh, school and all the other stuff. Also, people keep telling me, I don't know, I guess I became a personal confidant for everybody now. So everybody asks me to do or look over their papers, and I'm like, sorry, like you don't give me money, you're not going to get priority, because that's what I'm looking for right now. Like, I used to do this a lot for people, where I would do everything for free. I would try to be just nice to people, win some friendships, but eventually I got used and it wasn't nice, so I had to put my foot down and say, hey, if you want my services in anything, even if you're my friend, especially when you're my friend and you try to use that as an excuse to like get something for free out of me or something cheaper out of me, then no. Just no. You're gonna get double the price. Indeed, actually, that's a nice thing that I learned. It's actually on. You got to stand on principle. You can't let yourself be pushed around. I got myself pushed around. I even sent money to people, to friends, because they were like misleading me about what they were buying with it, and then I told them I told them, like, I don't really care what you spend it on. Just tell me what you buying with it, and stop lying to me. But they didn't, and they also stopped, and they also kept using me for that stuff. So then I realized, and I was like, no. So I started charging. I haven't took a drink in a while. So, anyways, all right. So about the video, though, I did decide to, because I realized that I never actually showed how I do the AI slop videos um, on stream. I never showed how I do it. Oh, hang on, one more comment. You can invest the time invested into free stuff for others, into building your business a lot more efficient. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's what I also realized. So that's why I'm way more decisive about that, because the more time you spend on, let me show it again, because I saw some people come in. The more time you spend on useless free stuff for others, because if you label your stuff for free, if you do stuff for free, then you're labeling yourself as, well, at least your services and what you do, as they have no worth, basically, if you're doing something for free, right? Or even if it's just a demo, no, I'm not doing a free demo. We're gonna do it, like, smaller, on a smaller scale, but you're still gonna pay me maybe a small amount of money, before we get into the big ones. And if you like it, hey, then maybe I'll give you a discount after, for the bulk or something like that. Maybe you'll get another short free, because you give me, I don't know, you give me $50 for a demo, so then you're gonna get a short free, something like that, right? But it depends on your attitude. It depends on how much you try to pull out of me. If you try to pull out of me, everything for free, and I send you, well, you send me a video, and I'll start making it. I'll make a demo for you, send it back to you, and you're like, this so much, this much, this much. Okay, and I'll redo it gladly. I'll gladly redo it, and I'll give it back to you, and then you're like, okay, now I want more and more and more and more. I'll be like, okay, cool. Well, you're not getting it back until you give me more money, or if you're gonna try to, like, buy more stuff and buy more videos or whatever it is, then I'm gonna charge you double the price, because you're trying to scam me, right? And so, yeah, so that's gonna teach people not to do that stuff anymore, because you're not gonna do that. Anyways, what else did I want? Oh, this is awesome. How to make AI slop video. Step 1: ask someone to create for you for free. Yeah, of course. That's a superb idea, and let me just do it right here. Honestly, you know what? That's what I wanted to do. That's what I just wanted to show you, at least the process, or at least some of it, because I don't think I'll be able to actually export it and upload it to YouTube, because the export takes a lot of memory out of the system. And if I'm already on, how much am I on? Let's see, update. I'm about clean up some of this stuff. All right, clean it up. Now I'm about on like 75% memory usage. So if I try to export the video, it'll be very cranky, and it might even crash the software or stream, which I would not be happy about. So besides that, for now, I guess if nobody makes a comment, I will not be able to see it for the next while. But what's another interesting thing that is that Restream didn't used to be able to share specific windows on a screen. Like I would do it, and then it was interesting. Like I would do it at the start of a stream once, and it would work, right? It would work fine. But then when I tried to stop it, boom! Suddenly, like whenever I tried to restart it again, just it would like start and then stop, start, stop, start, stop. It would just do that, and I figured out, oh, I just won't do that. So let's see if they fixed it. Also share system audio. Yes, please. I would like people to hear it. Oh, here we go. Is it going to crash? Hopefully not. Maybe not. Let's see how much memory we got. It should be good. Hopefully it's not. It doesn't start lagging during playback. Let me close these other tabs and stuff like that, so I have the most memory. So here's my AI slop. As we can see, this is the AI generated timeline. As we can see, like I can move it, but obviously this is just an AI generated cursor, so it's clearly not real. I don't know if people can hear this. Somebody could confirm if they can.
Let's unpack this.
Hear this audio.
We are
then
diving
nice.
into.
And let me actually. Okay, I'm on the bottom here. Hello, yes, I am. Perfect. So if anybody can let me know if we can hear the audio from the screen, that would be nice. Otherwise, it would be kind of lame. If we can hear me still, of course, because sometimes when the audio interacts somehow, like it tries to play from two different sources at the same time, it messes up. So yeah, I just don't want to have that happening to me. All right, so here we have our AI slop. Nobody's writing in the comments, so I'll assume that I'm okay. I'm in the clear. So now, let's see. It's Disney. So that this news came out just today. I'll just explain the situation a little bit, just to give you a brief rundown. So basically, what happened was that Disney got into a partnership with OpenAI. I believe it was I think I'll have to check that. Actually, I'm not sure if OpenAI paid or if Disney paid. Yeah, Disney, OpenAI. I think it was just like a partnership. Hang on. $1 billion OpenAI deal. So I'm assuming OpenAI paid for Disney, but let's see if it opens. If you're what Disney wants to see agreement, Sora statement. Agreement does not. Okay, so as a part of this, Disney will invest $1 billion into OpenAI and become a major customer of the company. So Disney invested $1 billion into OpenAI, and specifically into the Sora video generator, and also signed off on copyright for how much is it? More than 200 animated characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. So now, yeah, Disney paid and they get a share of OpenAI. Interesting. And so they did it because, obviously they're going to try and have OpenAI develop a whole like movie generator for them. Eventually, just Disney movies will be AI generated, and I can only imagine that at that point it'll just be sad, honestly. Like because I grew up obviously on human written and actually human animated movies, and so it'll be really sad to see it handed over to OpenAI, because what my kids will watch, what their kids will watch, will all just be AI generated. There will be no human love to it. There will be no story behind it. It will just be a bland piece of content with a AI generated sterilized, sanitized script. That's all it's going to be, and it's unfortunate to see it head that way. But hopefully, it doesn't get there for too long. They just started the partnership, and so yeah. But again, Disney $1 billion to OpenAI, along with the copyright for 200 of their characters from various universes. And so, now if you probably go on ChatGPT and want to generate a picture of Darth Vader, you probably were able to do that before if you asked correctly, and or Lightning McQueen, whatever you want, you will be able to generate it now without an issue, without any copyrights. So, yeah, like I said, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to see it go that way, and probably so far it's going to be a loss because for Disney, because they literally gave that much copyright to ChatGPT without any royalties, without nothing. So it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. And so, therefore, AI has graciously granted us this slop that I can now edit. And yeah, so just, I guess, be entertained by this AI slop. Enjoy. Well, I'll be editing alongside it, and I'll try to explain what I'm doing. But anyways, let's see. So
okay, let's unpack this.
Control N. Okay.
We are diving into a deal that it isn't just about media or tech or even money.
No, this is about the future of intellectual property itself.
We are talking about Disney's seismic $1 billion investment into OpenAI.
It's a huge gamble.
Right. And the sources we've looked at, they frame this in two sort of extreme ways. Either it's going to reshape how we create and consume content,
or becomes entertainment's most expensive mistake. There's not a lot of middle ground there.
Exactly. So our mission here is to really get into the gravity of that gamble. We're going to dissect the terms, look at the huge strategic gains Bob Iger is trying to secure.
And then confront the flip side. The existential risks this poses to what is maybe the most carefully curated.
So here I'm trying to
brand
anticipate
in
where
This deep dive really
where they're
lands
gonna
us
start
on the new
going
front
into the
line of the
slides.
streaming wars, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because the war has fundamentally changed. It's not about who has the biggest library anymore.
Or the lowest price.
Exactly. The war is now about who owns the technology to generate the future of media. This investment in Sora, it's a direct escalation. It's putting tech superiority first.
So before we get into the details, here's a question for you, the listener, to kind of keep in the back of your mind through all this.
Yeah.
Is this deal a visionary masterstroke guaranteeing Disney's dominance in the AI age? Or is this going to drown characters like Mickey Mouse and Buzz Lightyear in what one source called a sea of mediocre fan content?
That tension.
Oh, yeah. Sea of mediocre. When it says something like this, when it says something like that, I have to find it now in the slides. Sea of mediocre content. Okay, I'm not. Oh, jeez. Expertise, streaming industry, direct consumer. So it might be later on. It's just like saying it now. It sometimes does that. You see, now that's again where the human has to come in, and I have to interpret it. So
and Buzz Lightyear in what one source called a sea of mediocre fan content.
That tension is everything. It's the calculation every media company is facing right now.
Absolutely. And look, if you find this kind of breakdown valuable,
subscribe. Please subscribe. Yes, that's to you as well, to you, the viewer and listener.
Absolutely. And look, if you find this kind of breakdown valuable, getting to the core insights without reading 10 different articles, please hit that subscribe button. We're always digging into these big stories.
Okay, so where do we start? The terms of the deal itself.
Let's do it. Let's get into the anatomy of the deal. Hard numbers, the core exchange.
Yeah.
Because it's a monumental trade.
It is.
First, the money. Disney is getting an undisclosed equity stake in OpenAI.
And I would usually, to make it a little faster, I would usually just skip through and hear if I hear suddenly they start talking about content safety, IP, something like that in the those terms, I'll know, oh, the slide is about to end, so I'd stop skipping around and just start focusing on how to move it around. And so this is the basic anatomy of how I created. Let's see. So let's keep listening. This is your exclusive preview to those who are currently watching, because you'll get to see before anybody else.
It's getting an undisclosed equity stake in OpenAI. The price tag for that is a cool $1 billion.
And that number alone tells you this is not a pilot program. This is about long-term control.
But the cash, as big as it is, might not even be the real prize here.
Well, the IP exchanges are arguably more valuable. In for that billion, OpenAI's Sora platform gets access to this incredible library.
We're talking over 200 of Disney's most cherished icons.
The whole
It's a
lineage.
lot.
Disney classics, the entire Marvel roster, Pixar,
No voices or
Star
live
Wars,
actor licenses,
the
huh?
Handing over the keys to the kingdom. The level of trust there is hard to overstate.
Wow.
But the contract has one really crucial restriction, right?
A huge one. And it tells you exactly where Disney's fears are. The deal explicitly excludes voices and live actor likenesses.
So they're trying to sidestep the deepfake lawsuits and the guild backlash that's already happening.
It's a protectionist move, 100%. And it also frames this as a relatively short-term experiment in a way. It's a 3-year agreement, and Disney keeps tight control over content safety and IP use the whole time.
Okay, so let's talk motivation.
Oh, motivation already.
You see,
Oh yeah. Right.
It's a 3-year agreement, and Disney keeps tight control over content safety and IP use the whole time.
okay, so let's talk motivation. You see OpenAI's valuation, almost $300 billion. And you wonder, why do they need $1 billion from Disney?
That's the fascinating paradox here. Despite that staggering number, our sources are clear. OpenAI is still unprofitable.
Still bleeding money.
Massively. The cost of compute running the GPUs to train a model like Sora.
Yeah, so it might be actually flipped. Or no? Hey, can you tech fire platform AI safety expertise? Where the heck is it? Oh goodness. Okay. Control narrative, the gains, the risks, competitive context, behind the scenes, what this means for fans or creators, and then okay. So I don't know where it got the 300. Man, what is it?
Here. Despite that staggering number, our sources are clear. OpenAI is still unprofitable.
Still bleeding money.
Massively. The cost of compute running the GPUs to train a model like Sora is
Where does it take any of this?
They desperately need a high-profile partner like Disney.
For the IP and the consumer reach.
And
Cool
for the
logo, by
validation.
the way.
It
That's
helps
also AI
justify that sky-high
copyright infringement.
valuation to their own investors. This is about survival and scale for OpenAI.
And for Disney, they're buying into what's being described as a total game changer. Sora can turn a simple text prompt into a stunning 1080p animated scene.
Okay, so this is from what the heck? Oh, here. Okay, so yeah, it did flip it. See, that's what AI sometimes does, and the human again has to fix that. That's what a lot of people do not see.
And let's just pause on that. The phrase like having Pixar's animation studio in your pocket, it really hits on the efficiency. And 1080p is key.
Because that's broadcast quality.
Right. This isn't some grainy experimental thing anymore. For Disney, this means they can iterate on storyboards, prototype new shorts, or even generate previews for films in a fraction of the time.
You take that efficiency, you combine it with
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Where is it? Social fingertips.
Disney's assets. A century of
I think it's this one. Okay.
Or even
a century of magic, a global fan base, 180 million Disney
Yeah,
Plus
that's right there.
subscribers.
Yep, that's right
Bob
here.
Iger's strategy becomes crystal clear.
Trying to leapfrog Netflix. Not with content, but the technology that makes the content.
Exactly.
So if this $1 billion bet actually pays off, this could be genius. You can set a new blueprint for the whole industry.
If we connect this to the bigger picture,
Now I wonder. That brings a question to me because I'm wondering how this has, what Netflix has to do with this, because I didn't know that Netflix has some sort of, that it has like a stake in the AI content frontier. It seems like it that Netflix has already moved in that direction. I don't know about that. That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's news to me, for example. But it sounds interesting. I just didn't know it was true. So I guess so.
yeah. AI disruption is coming for everyone. The first gain for Disney here is simple. Control the narrative.
Meaning they get ahead of it.
Right. They're not waiting for some startup to use their characters illegally. They are setting the rules now, deciding exactly how their IP enters the AI space and doing it on their terms.
They're basically buying a seat at the head of the table where the rules are being written. The second gain is more immediate.
Oh, it's the gains. Okay. That's really nice.
How their IP enters the AI space and doing
Gains here. Okay.
legally. They are setting the rules now, deciding exactly how their IP enters the AI space.
Yeah.
Right. They're not waiting for some startup to use their characters illegally. They are setting the rules now,
Okay.
deciding exactly how their IP enters the AI space and doing it on their terms.
They're basically buying a seat at the head of the table where the rules are being written. The second gain is more immediate.
Financial, of course. New revenue streams,
which could be huge.
I mean, think beyond the box office. You've got licensing fees, more engagement on Disney Plus, and maybe even new subscription tiers.
A premium tier, where you can generate your own 30-second short of Darth Vader fighting Buzz Lightyear.
For a small fee. Why not? It unlocks monetization channels that just didn't exist before.
And gain.
Just to pause it there, I'm not sure who the audience for that would be, though, because there are some fanatics, of course, but specifically buying a special subscription just to be able to generate Darth Vader fighting Buzz Lightyear, something like that. I don't know. That's probably not for most people. That might be for like children or like fanatics, I guess. Yeah.
Number 3 is about market leadership. Industry pioneer status.
This deal makes Disney the standard bearer for AI-powered entertainment. It forces every other studio, from Warner Bros. To Comcast, to play catch-up.
They're on Disney's playground now.
And that leads right into the fourth game, legitimacy for AI content. Disney's involvement is a massive seal of approval. The message to the rest of Hollywood is impossible to ignore.
If a brand is protected as Disney trusts it, so can we.
It just lowers the skepticism overnight. It validates OpenAI's entire model.
That is a very compelling list.
Well, Disney has spent a century building trust, building this idea of premium, high-quality consistency.
Stop going off on limbs.
The fear is that if you give millions of users the keys, even with rules,
they will flood the internet with junk.
Exactly. Bizarre, low-quality.
Brand evolution. Oh, here. Oh, no, never mind. Doesn't even usually goes like that leads us to the next question. That leads us to the next question. But sometimes it's just like it goes very seamlessly and it's hard
that
to
is
track.
Very compelling.
It already went. So
a century building trust.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Disney has spent a century building trust.
Okay.
Building this idea of premium, high-quality consistency. The fear is that if you give millions of users the keys, even with rules,
they will flood the internet with junk.
Exactly. Bizarre, low-quality, cringe-worthy AI slop, featuring their most iconic
AI slop. Here
Suddenly,
we go.
Mickey Mouse isn't a
trusted
icon. He's just another piece of weird internet noise.
That's the nightmare scenario for any brand manager. Losing control of your core asset. Then you have the more practical problems.
Like Legal minefield. It's formidable. Even the looted voices, the guilds are already worried. They see this as a slippery slope.
You could face a lawsuit buffet over what? Likeness rights, unauthorized content.
Misuse of characters. Disney could spend years just defending the boundaries of this partnership in court, which completely wipes out any efficiency gains.
And then there's the audience. Will people even want to watch this stuff?
That's the risk of consumer rejection. We've seen early AI content get met with,
I probably won't.
That's from purists who value the human touch.
So for you, the listener, here's another question.
Yeah.
If you watch a
let me save this really quick.
short and you know it was generated by a prompt, does that diminish its value for you?
Or do you see it as just a gimmick? A soulless product without the heart of a real Pixar film. It's a real risk.
And let's not forget that billion-dollar check they wrote. It's a lot of eggs in a very fragile basket.
Right. The risk of financial instability is very real. We said that OpenAI is still bleeding money.
Could be a
if
bubble.
They collapse or pivot or just fail to get profitable.
That $1 billion could just vanish. Gone.
Mm-hmm.
Money that could have funded several years of actual human-made movies.
A colossal loss.
Okay, stepping back a bit. This move really confirms
perfect.
that the streaming wars are now all about AI capability.
Absolutely. And the competition is already responsible.
Which, I don't know, this kind of does suck because, again, AI-generated movies, AI-generated slop, as the AI slop said, it's bizarre. It really will be interesting to see, because eventually there will just be nothing to watch on TV. It'll just literally be AI shows, AI animated movies, AI everything, AI this, AI that, and it'll just be that and nothing else. So eventually, these companies will need to maybe, like, again, CGI, that's fine, but again, there's this human synthesis. These companies will need to somehow figure out how to balance AI and humans, right? They'll need to figure out a synthesis, not just AI, not just humans, because obviously animated movies are not just humans. They used to be just humans, which is even cooler. But now it's more so help with CGI, help with from AI and stuff like that. So, it makes movies faster, it makes movies cheaper to watch, even all that stuff. So it makes it better for everybody. And so in my opinion, it should be a mix, not as with everything, not just humans or not just AI. Because if you just do AI, it's really never going to be as good as a human would do. So that's a sad thing.
Look at Netflix. They're not sitting still.
What's their move?
They just acquired a huge library from Warner Bros. Specifically to bulk up their content for their own internal AI training. While Disney partners out, Netflix is trying to build its own proprietary system.
This is leading some analysts to predict this great divide.
A split between pre-AI and post-AI content. And the theory is that there will be premium pricing for authentic, human-made art.
And Disney is trying to play both sides of that divide at the same time.
Which is what's so fascinating. This brings us to their legal strategy. This brings us to their legal strategy, which one source called Disney's contradictory dance.
Okay, what
one
is
source?
That?
It's the timing. On the very same day the OpenAI deal was announced, Disney was also suing Google for copyright infringement over AI.
That is pretty incredible irony.
And it gets better. 6 months before that, they were suing Midjourney for the exact same thing, unauthorized use of their characters. So on surface, it looks totally
a message.
Confused. Partner with one, sue the other.
But the sources say it isn't confused at all. It's highly calculated. The goal isn't
like
to
a
stop
message.
AI. It's to control the ecosystem.
So you partner with the big players who will agree to your terms.
And you fight someone else tooth and nail. They're drawing a line in the sand. Work with us and pay us, or face our legal army. It forces the entire industry through their preferred partnership.
Okay, let's bring this all back to the person listening right now. Right now. You, the fan, the potential creator. What does this actually mean for you?
Well, the promise is electrifying. It's instant creativity. The idea is you can create your own stories with these characters in seconds. Your imagination is the only limit.
But we have to immediately hit that promise with the reality of Disney's control.
Yes. This creative freedom comes with heavy limitations. Remember the rules.
No voices. No long-form content that could compete with the movie. And definitely no controversial or off-brand storylines.
It's not freedom. It's managed creativity. One source put it perfectly. It's like being handed the keys to the kingdom, but only allowed.
I wonder how they're going to control the controversial and like on-brand topics that people generate, because there are people who can very easily overcome too much static. I don't know. Anyways, I mean, we're almost done anyway, so I'll just finish it up. But there are a lot of people who, okay, never mind. That can break through ChatGPT's safeguards, and Sora safeguards, and just generate anything they want. So, how will they enforce that? Right? They have to rely on OpenAI to make new like guidelines or guardrails and stuff like that. So again, maybe all of that will just make AI even more unusable, because the more it's sterilized, the less freedom it has to generate what you want. The more it'll just be unbearable to use, because it'll just reject everything eventually. Like same with Claude. Claude is arguably the most guardrailed model out there, and sometimes I just want something really innocuous, just nothing sensitive, nothing explicit, nothing like that, and boom, suddenly it's just like, no, I can't do this. Like, why? Like, they won't give you a reason why I just can't do this. Bye. Start a new chat. That's what it literally tells you. So
out in the gift shop.
So while this could create some brilliant shareable moments with huge viral potential,
it also runs the risk of just generating an endless flood of forgettable AI memes that just saturate everything and bore people.
Which brings us back to that central dilemma
brings us back
for everyone listening. Does this democratize storytelling by giving everyone access to these characters?
Or does it ultimately devalue human creativity by making art seem instant and disposable? That's the tension at the heart of this new era.
So to sum it up, Disney's $1 billion bet is this calculated move to combine their unmatched IP, a century of magic with Sora's cutting-edge tech.
And if they pull it off, they don't just control their IP in the AI age, they could effectively own the entire AI entertainment frontier.
But success requires this incredibly delicate balance. Innovation without brand dilution.
Creative freedom, but within their strict walls. And just getting the audience to accept content that is so obviously AI generated.
The sources seem to agree that the next 3 to 5 years are the proving ground. We'll see if this is a visionary masterstroke or a cautionary tale.
And in entertainment, the biggest risks really do have the biggest rewards, or the most spectacular failures.
For sure. And here's one final thought for you to chew on. If that analyst prediction is right, if we do see premium pricing for authentic human-made art.
Pixar movies, the Marvel series.
How does Disney manage that? How do they keep convincing you that their human-made content is uniquely valuable, while at the same time encouraging the mass production of cheap AI-generated content using the exact same characters?
That duality of value,
Yeah.
that's the challenge of the decade. A fascinating problem to watch as this whole thing evolves.
It really is. If you found this deep dive into the Disney and OpenAI deal valuable, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We will keep digging into the sources and bringing you the insights.
Thanks for listening.
We'll catch you on the next dive.
Yeah, so that's an interesting video once again. It's just it's going to be really interesting to see where Disney is going to lead this, because I don't know if it's a good idea to give everybody their characters, just like that. At the same time, sure, you don't get the actor likeness and the voice likeness or whatever, but you can probably generate some other stuff, and people will make use of that for sure, definitely. Anyways, so let's and then the next part comes in, and this is usually the easy part, where it's just I pick some transitions from this menu that I have here. It's really easy. I can just put them in. It even generates it sometimes with sound, specific ones. For example, I'll just use. I usually use it with match them. So it's basically I don't know. Let's use zoom for this one, for example. I'll use zoom out, for example, here at the beginning. And import files. You got to wait for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't crash my stream or anything. That would suck. Yes, we know you're connecting. Boom, boom. Does it all automatically. Then you do it here. Same thing. It's going to be faster because it's already imported. And then if I check, it should be there once it's done.
Let's
see if we can.
Let's do it. Let's get into the.
Yeah, so it works. And then this one works. Usually it works. Sometimes I just check the first two.
So to sum it,
if they work, it's a little laggy, of course, because I don't have that much RAM, and so it's going to be laggy. But I don't know. While I do this, what do you think of Disney doing this with OpenAI? Is it gonna lead to them failing? What are the factors for them failing? What are the factors for them winning? As of right now, to me at least, it seems like AI is especially the AI that we have now, just the language models and the language prediction and stuff like that. It's a bubble, in my opinion, right? Unless it really leads somewhere where it has a breakthrough, like AGI, even though a lot of people have said we're still years away from AGI and the funding is probably going to run out by then AI is going to burst. The bubble is going to burst, just like the dot-com bubble in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it's going to all the money will be just thrown out the window, gone, and Disney will obviously fail. But somehow, I don't know. Again, what are their goals? Are they trying to generate whole movies? Are they trying to assist in just animating, editing? A lot of that's a question. So yeah. So let me know your thoughts if anybody's watching right now. Let me know your thoughts, and then I'll just keep going here. Speed run this a little bit. And then I'll have to make myself another Coke. Hang on. Boom. I don't know, for example, glitch. We'll just make it shake a little bit. Short shakes. here. Come on, come on, come on. Pull through, let's go. All right, and then it's this one right here. Like this. And now shape it up. Let's use, for example, this one. Sure, why not? Oh, this one. Let's use up. Oh, oopsies. Up first. Gotta wait. Oh. Boom, boom. Then boom. Then down. Then zoom. Oh, zoom. And we'll use another transition. One more transition. Okay. Which one should we use? See that looks good. So, input. Come on. Let's make it work. Come on. All right. Okay. Now, let's see if we can export this. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Change the name a little bit. Switch the preset to high bitrate. Switch this to 135. If you can see the folder, I cannot. Interesting. Is it 135? It should be. No, it's not here. Boom. And then we shall click export and we'll see how it does. It'll export really slowly, and the stream might cut and stuff like that. Just let me know how it works. I just want to see how, just for future reference, I want to see how laggy it is, or if it's not. If it's fine, then I can just keep talking about stuff. But yeah, anyways, how's the weather wherever you are? Of course, the weather is the best topic to start a conversation and have a conversation about, because it's about how 95% 95% of conversations start by mentioning the weather. It's actually exporting pretty fast. I'm genuinely surprised. Usually, sometimes when I'm not streaming and it's just exporting by itself, it's way slower than this. So that's pleasantly surprised. Just clean up a little bit more of the memory. And yeah, are we lagging any? Of course we are. It's kind of expected with high memory usage. It's also interesting that you can't see the progress bar, because I do have a progress. That's actually a separate window, so that kind of makes sense. But if I was share my entire screen, then maybe you would be able to see it, but not now. So, but it's 25% done, and it's still advancing. So it should almost be finished. And then I'll show you if it does export successfully. Then I'll show you how I upload my videos. And it's a whole nother dog. But while it exports, now is a perfect time to step away and make myself a new Coke. So we'll come back and we'll be all smooth and no longer lagging. Let's see. All right, we should be back. Perfect. An hour in, so it's still up, exporting right now. I think it's finalizing. I have 4 seconds. I wonder, is the audio, because I just heard a playback on my phone as I was making myself a drink as well, and it's now completely frozen. So I don't know. Was the audio just bad in Adobe, or is the audio coming back through now? Coming through bad now. I mean, I would be wondering about that because I don't want to. Oh, oops, connection lost. Reconnecting. Well, that's effing amazing. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Let's hope we didn't disconnect. Oh, we're done. Let's go. Save that. Let's close this for once. Boom. And we're back. Okay, now it should be way better. We're back to normal. But I'll show you how I upload my videos. Let's see. So what I do when I do that, I take the first page, because I do have them individually as individual PNGs. And so what I do, I put the PNG, the first PNG, into AI, and I have it generate me a short, whatever it's called, just a short description, YouTube description. I'll just say like this now, please, and then it'll generate me it, and then I'll go back to my YouTube studio if I can. Oh wow, there's just another long comment that somebody left. Audio coming from PC was interrupted, static up and down. Okay, is that going on now, or is this going on now, or was that before? Is it now? Is it okay now? Is what I'm asking, because I don't want to continue to stream if it's all like if it's going to be messed up for the next hour. I hate that. Listen. More like goal for next time. Goal for maybe next week. Goal for the next month. Get a new computer. Get a way better computer, because 8 gigabytes of RAM is not going to, unfortunately, cut it with streaming and sharing your screen to Adobe. So yeah, so it's gonna be bad. Okay, so let me share my screen again. Also, before I do that, hide this, and then actually, I will just turn on the comments again so that they are here. You don't need to see too much of this process. Just watch the comments. And so here we go. So create, upload videos, select files. Then this file here, it's uploading. And then ChatGPT just generated me the blurb. $1. No. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Disney and OpenAI, a $1 billion future of entertainment. And then this is the thing that AI generated me. Let's delete the emoji because it just looks weird. Disney's not experimenting anymore. A $1 billion bet on OpenAI signals a full-scale AI-driven entertainment, storytelling, and production. From faster content to creation to entirely new audience experience, movies, shows, and characters, this could redefine Hollywood as we know it. The real question is whether this becomes the blueprint for the future or entertainment, one of the most expensive pivots in media history. Want to breaking takes into scroll stopping videos, short videos, bookers. Yes, your first short is free. There we go, and then we just check that all the hashtags work. Also, I'm just going to add AI hashtag. This is a big one. So yeah, and then OpenAI, entertainment industry, AI and media, future of entertainment. All this is relevant. Media, of course, Hollywood. Boom, digital media. Boom, AI impact. Also, I did not expect that. Innovation and business news. Perfect. Then we set the thumbnail, which is was the first one. Oh, seriously? That has never happened before. Okay. Well, that's quite interesting. I'll just put it in a Chrome tab and I'll just take a screenshot of it. I guess that's wow. Let's see. Does it? Yeah, it's actually 2 megabytes. That has literally never happened before. Of course, it had to happen now. Wow, that is crazy. All right, let's see. Just take a screenshot. Oh, that's way too far. Come on. Oh, that's a perfect one. Okay, perfect. Take a screenshot of it. Usually that brings the quality down. So I'll save, but I didn't see it save. So let's just whatever. I don't want to even name it. I'll just put it in the same folder. And boom, and then upload, and it should be good now. Yes, it is perfect. That's interesting. I've never had that happen to me. PC sound, not your voice. Okay, I didn't even talk to. Okay, you're not talking out of your PC. Okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense. And then it happens all the time, but only to the. Don't try me. Do not try me with that. Okay, do not try me. Of course, it is AI. By the way, yes, I have to always mark this down. I do mark this down. It is always shows up. If you're new to the channel, new to the video, it always shows up in the upper left corner that it is a AI generated synthesis video, whatever, and it shows up also in the description always. Uploading 9%. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the fucking ass. Yeah, well, I'm streaming right now, so unfortunately the Wi-Fi is not going to be that good. Okay, save. Next, public, and publish. So once it's uploaded, it'll publish. But do not try me with the people who upload every day, all right? Don't try me. How many of these do I have now? So this is pages 30. Let's see, pages of 50. How about that? How much can we count? So there's a page of 50, first page. So that's 50, 100. And then this is going to be 100 minus 150 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 15. So 135 plus some of yours, actually. I did some of yours too, Mr. NC WebDev. This has never happened to me before. And I could literally go on and just show you my folder where I keep all my PNGs. This is the first time a PNG, the first one that I use for a thumbnail, has over 2 megabytes. I'm literally scrolling through all of them right now. 1.03. All of it is below 2. All of it. Literally all of it. So I don't know how did you accomplish that, but all of these okay, you know what? I'm literally going to show you now that you just did that, okay? Now I'm literally going to have to show you because that made me mad. Same way happened to me like this. Yeah, sure, it could happen. Same way file upload to ChatGPT. I did not know that, for example, because I don't upload videos to it because I know it doesn't work, and I don't try to upload whatever else to it. I usually only upload maybe like an image to modify it, and I only upload ever like documents maybe sometimes, or like just copy paste something into a prompt, but I'm not sure, again, it's not 500 megabytes. But it makes sense because then it would be too much. But I will literally show you my, if I can, my folder. We can go into each and every single one here. Let's see. So, look at this. So all the ones before, I can assure you, all of these up until 135 were below 2 megabytes. So below 2, number 1. Always look for number 1. That's the thumbnail that I always use. Number 1, click on it. 1.23. Scroll through every single one. 1.62. 1.36. 1.270. 1.540. 857. It's the lowest one so far. 1.04, 1.753, 1.410, 1.108. I'll go to 100 just to show you that, at least in the past 35 episodes. See, 1.23. At least in the past 35 episodes, it has not ever been over 2 megabytes. I can assure you that has never happened. I would remember that stuff. Keep watching. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. 872, 538. See, now it's all getting lower and lower, actually. I guess they just started doing more and more quality, perhaps, because it used to be, see, it used to always be 845, 500, stuff like that. Now this one's a little bit bigger. It's going to be smaller again. Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened. This goes above and beyond. All right. Well, yeah, so this is 100. All of them were below 2 megabytes. So don't try me. PNGs, well, some people work more than others and therefore have more experience, just like, right. I have uploaded 135 videos. That means every day for at least the past 4 months. And about 4 months. I, of course, took like 1 week when I was sick. I did not upload anything, and my Adobe system then was crashed also 1 week, and then I didn't upload 3 days this week. Specifically, remember all the times I did not upload because yes, it did actually piss me off when it could not upload. So yeah, 135 episodes speaks for itself. And 135 episodes, it has not happened once. Just tonight, it had to happen on stream. PNGs from Gamma are small. ChatGPT creates files. Well, I know. Same with Gemini and stuff. They create even 5-6 megabyte files. I'm well aware. But PNGs from Gamma, yeah, like all of this that you saw were PNGs from Gamma, and only this one had over 2 megabytes. So, tell me more about PNGs from Gamma. Seriously, like, I'm not lying. So, yeah. Anyways, 1 hour and 15 minutes. Not a lot of people other people have commented. Let's see how we're doing on LinkedIn so far. I have to close a tab to have a Premiere open. For some reason, LinkedIn is always such a memory eater. It's wild. Not much here. Let's see. No viewers here. Perfect. Well, actually 2 viewers. That means probably me and my dad, and then 1 more viewer on YouTube. Perfectamundo. Okay, so what else? 1 hour and 15 minutes. I would like to go. I would like to be live at least until midnight, hopefully. Right now, we have 45 minutes, or about 45 minutes till that happens. So I'm now thinking about what to say. A lot of stuff that happened. Where do I even begin? Well, I mean, I am, of course, preparing out. Nobody's talked about the weather, so I will talk about the weather to start, and maybe we'll bounce off of there. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to see AI generated images, PNG, are generally 2.3 megabytes. You just saw that not quite all of them were below 2. So I don't know why it just jumped or why it's different for you, but maybe when I don't know if you upload it to OneDrive as a compressed file and then I download it, maybe it compresses even further. I have no clue how it works, but it shouldn't work that way. Maybe it does. I'm actually not sure. But anyways, weather. Very cold, very cold in Bloomington, especially because I just got an email from the Office of Residential Life or whatever. I did not know this. I was not aware, but because on AccuWeather it said like accumulations of 1 to 3 inches, but then Office of Residential Life jumped in and sent out an email and said, "Oh yeah, we're actually expecting 5 to 8 inches." I was like, "Whoa!" I got ambushed. So it was like, where did that come from, right? I want to see who is right, whether AccuWeather is right or whether the Office of Residential Life is right. If Office of Residential Life is wrong, then I will sue them for misinforming and fear mongering. Of course, no, I'm joking. I would not do that. But it's really surprising to me, and we're going to be getting into the deep negatives here in Bloomington, Illinois. Very warm Bloomington, Illinois. It's going to be negative. Actually, I gotta search this up. I'm going to show you because it's not usual for the middle of December. Middle of December is usually like 30s, 40s, sometimes 20, 10 to 20 is rare in December. January, February is typically when it's really, really, when it's really, well, what do you call it? When it's really, cold. There you go. Completely forgot. I was thinking about another thing. But my location, please. It's quite cold. Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, on OneDrive, the first image in the presentation is 2.01, but it's got to be a huge image on the left. All other slide PNGs are about 1.5. I don't know. It's just interesting. But let's see. Share screen for AccuWeather. There we go. Breezy this evening. Low of 11. So it's still kind of warm. But yeah, the wind is coming in. With that, it should come frigid with intermittent snow and flurries accumulating 1 to 3 inches. So yeah, it's still they haven't updated it. 1 to 3 inches. That's still the official note. But yeah, here we go. Because it's going to be hourly weather only up until a certain point. On my phone, I have a cracked kind of version. 10-day weather forecast. Oh, here we go. Yes, this is the one. Because we do have a winter weather advisory. And so, yes, it's going to be very cold at night. And this is just regular temperatures. The real feel, once again, the real feel. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. The real feel. Dangerous cold. Why is it dangerous cold? Question device, frostbite to skin exposed within 2 minutes, hypothermia. Yeah. I was walking around when it was about this much in a shirt at one point last year. I remember that. It was kind of fine for at least the time, for like, the 5-minute walk to the cafeteria and back. But obviously, yeah. So it's really crazy that it's already this cold in the middle of December, because it's unusual. Like I said, January, February, that's usually when because it's the wind chill. It's usually the wind chill. That's when it comes in. And so yeah, and it's gonna be really nice to see. Hopefully, what's this? So this is so today is Friday. I have a flight back on Tuesday, so that's a pretty warm day. So the snow should start melting, and then right after I leave, it should be a lot of rain. Surprising, right? 12, -9, 7, -7, -28, might I say, and then suddenly back to 50s. It's quite interesting. The Midwest weather is just unmatched almost. I just see the comments, but I just want to get into one more thing before I get into that, because I can always get back into that. But another one of my fascinations is, if I can just please, let's share this. Boom. Okay. All right. Space weather. It's the best type of weather there is, actually, honestly. It's way more interesting weather than just regular planet weather, because as we know, regular planet weather is always going to be irregular, more than regular, obviously, but at least more intellectual, because it takes a lot to know it. It's actually not that bad right now. GG, yeah, means no solar storms so far, unfortunately. There has been The only time I've seen it at K5, which was a G5 storm, was in these before the summer. It was I want to say April of 2024. That was the strongest solar storm uh, of the I guess even the millennia actually so far. In the last 25 years, there hasn't been a equivalent sunstorm, and they were literally auroras as low as like the equator. It's like actually crazy. Gemini meteor, and then this is my other favorite site. What was very kind of anticlimactic about the sun this this month, I believe, was that this had happened again. It was interesting to. It was funny to watch again. November 27th, if I go back in the archive. Yeah, so this was fine. There was a. Oh yeah, it was interesting that we get actually images of the sunspots. For those who don't know what sunspots are, basically, um, they cause the basically the bigger the sunspot, the bigger the bigger coronal mass ejection it can create and hurl at the Earth, which causes the particles to land and on the Earth's magnetic field, and those particles from the usually it's like electrons and different types of elements and stuff like that, but they get like hydrogen, helium, what the sun produces, and it usually gets like it hits the planet and then it consolidates on the poles because that's where the magnetic field kind of there's a hole in it basically, and that's why it's there, and that's how it gets into the atmosphere. So the oval, the auroral oval, is those particles from the sun. So it's just interesting to see. Good book, Flatlands, where the wind just blows through without obstacles. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Bloomington, of course. I was like, what do you mean? No, of course, yeah, Bloomington Flatlands. Good book. What's the Flatlands book? Now you got me hooked. Flatland, a romance of many event. Oh yeah, I didn't get to read that. It's a it's a good book. This is oh whoops, I accidentally stopped sharing. Uh, Here, yeah, yeah. This Mr. Edwin Abbott was a very interesting person, but yeah, basically goes through dimensions and how 2D, 3D, and I believe in 1D interact, and it's these little what are they called square, yeah, there's squares and stuff like that. It's an interesting book, and but it almost seems like a satirical novella and stuff like that. It almost seems like a child's book, but it has a lot of deep um, it has a lot of deep topics and stuff like that. So it is a good book. It's true. Let me hide the message. Okay. But yeah, so that's how the coronal mass ejection works, or how they work. And then it's interesting that we can actually see the kind of roughly how the sunspots look from Mars, like a rover. There was like a big one that was coming in. They were like, oh yeah, it's going to come. And it eventually did come. Oh yeah, here it is. Really big sunspot. It's funny, because the previous day it was like a big sunspot alert. Planetary dangerous sunspot is emerging. And then the next day it updated because it was even bigger. Really big sunspot. It's really big. And unfortunately, well, maybe more fortunately than unfortunately, it did not do anything, which was very anticlimactic because it said like they were already they're already like expecting a lot of X flares, which is like the highest category of a flare or a coronal mass ejection that you can have, and that just causes a lot of radiation. Because the biggest event was the Carrington event, which was in X47. This was like usually this is X.19. It's pretty low. I forgot what that 2024 one was. That was a like way higher. It was like X15 or something like that. And it was a huge one. It was directed right at Earth, and this was a small one. The Carrington event was X47, which is huge. So they expected it was gonna do numbers, and they even even Carrington would be impressed. But they said this is like the draft. Well, the what Carrington drew before. Here X45. English astronomer Richard Carrington sketched the most famous sunspot in history. While Carrington was watching an image of the sun projected on a screen, the sunspot produced a blinding X45 class solar flare, followed 2 days later by the planet-wide geomagnetic storm. And the Carrington event was absolutely insane. It actually messed with electricity and stuff like that on the surface. So, it can happen just like that. And I wonder if that happened, if that X45 class solar flare happened today, what it would do to computers, and if it would just completely neutralize everything. It would be like an EMP. It would be really interesting to see. The image, yeah. So it was actually two different sunspots, and Carrington's was one, but as the days went, and it was just it just kept rotating around the sun, just kept rotating and rotating and rotating, and unfortunately, as you got it here, it was predicted. It was an X class, but it was not aimed at. It was at X1 class, very weak for a solar sunspot this size. And 13th, it's just like, eventually it said like, it was like so far nothing. And it was surprising to see that this huge sunspot didn't create anything. I was wondering what that event was. Hang on, 2024 X class sun flare. It was a big one. May. Was it May? Oh, it was May, right? Oh yeah. Well, there was a Wikipedia page about it, so maybe it was. Oh, that was giant. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, 3664. What was this? So this was May. May 10th, I guess. Wait. May 10th to 13th. It was the Mother's Day solar storm. Interesting. That's an interesting name. I just want to see what they said about this at the time. Quite the archive here. May 10th. Boom. And this was the sunspot. That was just wow. Yeah, that was probably bigger than Carrington's almost, I'm assuming. But yeah, here, extreme geomagnetic storm now. Yeah, G5 extreme. Yeah, it was. And it was interesting because that semester I was taking astronomy and I just learned about weather, space weather, and it became so interesting to me. And of course, AI free zone, no AI Islam. The storm is not over. It produced another X class. And then 12th again, it did it again. The storm is over, but yeah, it was a G5, G4. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah, auroras in strange places, even Hawaii. Yeah, so that was interesting to capture from Hawaii with the naked eye. So it was a very strong storm. And hang on, but did it happen on the 8th then? Did it just here G2 Earth directed, or it was hurled into space? It was probably this because it usually has a 2-day delay. So it's probably happened then. Get ready for Cannibal CME. Oh yeah, here they actually have it's almost as big Carrington class sunspot. Yeah. So, and it was one. It was actually like one continuous one. So this was a interesting one. But yeah, I remember that I was actually trying to hunt the aurora from it, but I couldn't see it with the naked eye here in Illinois, which is usually where you even get the weaker ones, like G3, G4. And this was literally was visible everywhere. I never got to see it, which kind of sucked. Yeah, but now I know how to capture when you're actually outside and you got to get out of the city, which I tried to do, but I didn't know that you have to take your camera and then limit the exposure so that you can actually see what's beyond. And it's actually really, really interesting. Yeah, and so then May 10th came along. Oh, yeah, and then that was that. Widespread auroras, yeah. In Australia, Victoria, Australia. That's like far. It's like pretty close to the. Well, I don't know if it's close to the equator, but I think it is actually. Yeah, quite big. So I'm kind of hoping for another one so that I can see of this size, so I can see an aurora, the northern lights. But at the same time, I'm really not, because if it happens, then it's very unpredictable what it could do. Just trying to see one more time how many what the flares were. X5, yeah, there was an X5. Oh, hang on, skip one. Let me hit it. There we go. Oh yeah, it was interesting. But anyways, so stuff sharing. Let me get out of this. I just opened so many things. And this was what was that? One last thing about it. It was the most. Oh yeah, the geomagnetic storm was the most powerful to affect Earth since March 1989. Yes, so it was a huge. It was a huge one, and I didn't get to experience this. Produced aurora in the northern lights and southern lights at far more equatorial latitudes than usual in both hemispheres. Yeah. So the max class of the X classes were, what was max class? Oh yeah, the largest flare was X 8.7, which is still a fraction of X 47, but still big. Anyways, I see nobody nobody engages in the comments. Nobody likes space weather. I guess it's just fascinating to me, and nothing else. Wow. It's interesting to see it live as well. It's just like crazy. Yeah. I remember I was at work and everybody was talking about it too. But, all right. What was this? Okay. Let me do this promo really quick. Share screen again. YouTube, if I can. This is my close partner here, NC Web Dev, and he's currently organizing a annual digital cleanse of 2025. Basically, what it is every Wednesday now. There have been 2 episodes so far. One last week, one this week, obviously. And yes, it is a 4-week. You got a description right here. But yeah, it's up until the new year. You'll basically get 4, I believe, 4 more episodes, if I'm not right. If I'm not wrong, no, 3 more episodes, because it's 5. So this one, then week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. That means, yes, 3 more episodes. And it's basically all about digital cleansing. What that means is, now just play a part of the video.
Deep Dive, where we break down the complex.
Hopefully the audio is
Welcome
better
to the Deep
now.
Dive, where we break down the complex parts of modern life and turn them into
Boom.
real, actionable knowledge to make you smarter, faster.
Hey,
now,
we're
you
live.
are
Look at
actually
this.
joining us at the very start of something brand new. We're launching a special month-long series.
Go
We're
like
calling
my
it the complete
new video,
annual digital cleanse. So you can think of this deep dive as, I guess, episode 0. It's the pilot, the roadmap for what's going to be a really critical 4-week journey.
Episode 0, yes.
So
7% of users report significant stress and anxiety that's tied directly to digital clutter, and just the sheer volume of notifications that they're trying to manage, that constant switching, that, low-grade hum of digital noise. It's exhausting.
And it's not just a mental thing, right? It's a security failure just waiting to happen. Our threat intelligence shows cyber attacks have jumped, 2.5 times in just the last 3 years? Your old files, your unused accounts, they're not just slowing down your phone.
No, they're not.
They're actively expanding your attack surface.
Exactly. And that's why we're not just aiming for some, temporary spring cleaning here. We're trying to create what we call intentional digital living. This series is all about building habits that last, systems and filters that stop the clutter before it starts and keep you secure, making sure your tech works for you, not the other way around.
Okay, so let's unpack the structure for this new series, because that structure is absolutely key to making real change. We've broken it down into 4 comprehensive pillars, launching one by one every Wednesday, and we're going to tackle the mental load first, then get into the nuts and bolts of security.
And we designed them specifically to build on each other. I mean, you can't really secure a digital life that hasn't been cleared out first. It just doesn't work. So our 4 deep dives are, first, week 1.
Is the important part.
Data deletion.
The foundation.
Oh,
It's the foundation. We clean out all the digital noise, the files, the apps that are just draining your resources.
Then week 2 is account security review. This is the vital lockdown phase where we implement some pretty advanced security protocols to protect your access points.
Week 3, we do a cloud storage audit. We're going to tackle that major pain point of having files scattered across, multiple different providers.
And then finally, week 4, online branding consistency. And this is the highest level. It's about shaping your public identity, making sure your digital footprint is cohesive and intentional. So we start with week 1. That's launching December 10th. Data deletion. And this really does set the entire foundation. The first goal is simple. Remove digital waste. We're talking unused apps, redundant data.
Right, and this is where we need to move beyond just, scrolling through your phone and randomly deleting things. We need to use data.
Oh.
The tip here is to use the usage tracking tools that are already on your device or third-party apps to find what we call zombie apps.
Zombie apps. I like that. They're just sitting there.
You really a little bit more. Oh gosh.
Sensitive, outdated
I want to show the
personal
second
data
video
off your
too. That's why I'm
devices
skipping to another one.
immediately.
So
Watch all of this. Take too long, and of course it starts bugging out. Okay, let's close some of the tabs. All right, it should be working. You know what? I'm gonna do something really quick. So do not go anywhere. It'll take 10 seconds maximum. I'll just have to reconnect to another. We should be.
don't just trust the
Of
trash
course, it
icon.
works way better now.
Sensitive stuff. We're recommending you use files.
Sometimes
shredding
I was
or
connected to my hotspot actually. If I had it connected to school Wi-Fi, so it wasn't actually my mobile data. But sometimes the school Wi-Fi actually works better, but sometimes it's just more unstable. I don't know. It's all weird how that works, but yeah.
your deletion software. It overwrites the file's location multiple times, making it nearly impossible to recover. Don't just trust the trash icon.
And that leads right into the third goal, which is to boost performance.
Yeah.
And this isn't just about
Yes.
speed, it's about reducing cognitive friction.
Right. And while clearing, it's
Yeah, then week 2, and so right now, yeah, we did week 1 so far.
That procrastination.
And I'll just get into week 1 then. It's not gonna load. Kind of sucks. Whatever. All right, week 1 data deletion. It's actually quite a successful series.
Welcome to the deep dive. I want to start this off with
There's more views
just a
than my
simple
own
challenge. Look at the device you're on right now, your phone, your laptop. How many years of just digital stuff is hidden under the surface?
A
So
lot.
today, we're kicking off our 4-part annual digital cleanse series. This is episode 1. And happy Wednesday. It's, the perfect midweek moment to just stop, take a
Happy
breath, and
Wednesday,
get
even though it's
smart
not
about
Wednesday.
cleaning up your digital life.
That's right. And this isn't just about, deleting a few old texts. We're talking about achieving what we call a more intentional digital life.
I like that.
For this first deep dive, we're setting the absolute foundation, data deletion. Our mission over the next few minutes is to give you a really powerful blueprint for removing clutter, drastically reducing your security exposure, and getting that immediate satisfying boost in performance.
Intentional digital life, that phrase really resonates because right now, for most of us, our devices feel more like, digital junk drawers.
They really do.
They just passively collect things, and that collection has a real cost, way beyond just storage space.
Oh, it absolutely does. And we have to start with deletion because, well, the sources we looked at are clear.
Yeah.
Modern devices are essentially cemeteries of forgotten data.
Wow.
We're all carrying around years of these hidden storage hogs, duplicate photos, and often really sensitive personal data you completely forgot was even stored locally.
It's like finding a 10-year-old expired gift card in your wallet. You know it shouldn't be there, but you just can't bring yourself to finally dig it out and toss it.
Exactly. And that inertia has led to some truly shocking statistics. Researchers found the average person is walking around with over 80 unused apps on their main phone.
80.
80. I mean,
I
think
probably
about
have more than that.
80
actually.
tools you downloaded once, maybe
Where's
used for
the rest
5
of
minutes,
it?
and then just ignore.
Where's the rest of the slide? What happened here? Was it too tall for the? Wondering about that. Sometimes it happens to me too, but I can in the program I can just like shrink the image a little bit and then just like expand it in another way. So I was wondering what happened here.
And on top of that, people have, on average, over 10.
It's not a Wednesday, but it's a reminder that episode 2 will come out on a Wednesday. Yes, we know. I was just being a smart ass. Don't worry. Yes.
1,000 photos stored, and a staggering 30% of that content is just duplicates, blurry shots, or unwanted clutter.
30%. That's like throwing away a third of your device's storage on literal digital garbage. And that leads to real problems.
It does. That accumulation is the core issue. Digital clutter, it translates directly to slower performance. It creates this background mental stress, that feeling of being disorganized. And crucially, it creates much bigger security and privacy risks.
Okay.
But tackling this gives us 4 really concrete benefits we're going to achieve today. We clear space, we simplify our digital world, we reduce those vulnerabilities, and we boost the speed of our devices.
A cleaner, faster, less anxious digital life. I'm in. So let's unpack this, and we're starting with step 1. Remove digital waste. This feels like the simplest part, but maybe the most satisfying.
Oh, it is. It's pure storage reclamation. I mean, digital waste just builds up constantly. Every download, every screenshot, every app you try, it's this steady drip of files you never think about until you see that awful storage full notification.
Right. So the goal here is twofold, right? Reclaim the physical storage, but also reduce that mental overwhelm. So what does this waste actually look like?
It's everywhere. It includes, first, unused apps, the ones you got for a specific vacation or that one project and just never opened again.
Guilty.
Then there are the old documents from work or school projects that finished ages ago, just sitting in your downloads folder. And of course, accidental downloads, that random PDF or image you only meant to view once.
I think my biggest personal issue is the photo problem. Duplicate photos. My phone camera, it creates 2 or 3 copies of the same shot sometimes, and they just sit there, eating up storage. And then there's the endless stream of outdated screenshots.
Yes. And finally, the stuff we don't see. Hidden large files. These get tucked away in system folders like cached videos or old system logs, and they can silently hog gigabytes of space.
So if the enemy is this giant amorphous mountain of waste, how do we attack it? Let's give everyone some really actionable tips to start the purge right now.
Okay, let's start with apps. That's the easiest win. For apps cleanup, you need to go into your device's settings and sort all of your apps by last used.
Oh, that's a great tip.
It is. And here's the rule. If you haven't...
It's actually interesting. One more thing I wanted to add. I'm not sure how it works or if it declutters your phone automatically, but at least Samsung's, I know that they have the the deep sleep feature, I think, or you can also archive your apps, but they have the deep sleep feature. Now I don't know if what the deep sleep does. I'm wondering if this video explains it, or perhaps if it doesn't, then we have the creator himself in the chat in the house right now, so maybe you could explain it. Maybe you could explain how deep sleep for Samsung works, Mr. NC Web Dev.
touched an app in 90 days or more, it needs to be seriously considered for deletion. It's a brutal cutoff, but it's necessary.
That 90-day rule is perfect.
Yeah, it's true. It's really hard to get rid of some apps sometimes because, oh, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. You don't even, that happened to me so many times. I say, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. Nope. I always never use it, and I still don't delete it even when I don't use it. It's just, really hard sometimes to get rid of it.
I had a weather app I only used for 2 weeks last summer, and it was just sitting there using location services in the background for 9 months. That's exactly the kind of thing to target.
Got my answer. It saves battery, not space in the phone. Okay. So it doesn't have active processes. Okay. All right. No, I didn't know that, but I guess you could just open it and then reactivate it. Yeah, because it's still on the phone and it doesn't actually delete the data. So yeah.
Exactly. Then we need to hit the file system. For files cleanup, focus on your downloads folder. If a file in there is older than 6 months and isn't absolutely critical, delete it. But here's the part people miss. You must empty your trash or recycle bin afterwards.
Because moving it to the trash doesn't actually delete it.
No, it just moves it to another folder. It's still taking up space. Yeah. You also want to clear out temporary files and your cache.
Okay, explain those, because people hear those terms all the time. What are we actually clearing when we do that?
That's a great question. So the cache is like a shortcut for your system. It stores things like website images so they load faster next time. Temporary files are like a computer scratch pad. It uses them while it's working on something, and they're supposed to disappear after, but they often don't.
So clearing them out isn't dangerous. You're just cleaning up old scratch pads.
Precisely. It forces the system to start fresh, which can actually improve performance. And for photos and videos, use the built-in duplicate scan features on your phone or cloud service. They're really good now.
So you can just mass delete all the blurry ones.
Mass delete anything blurry, low quality, or redundant. And focus on old screen recordings and random video clips. Those things are huge. I just deleted a 30-second video of a cat walking by. It was 120 megabytes. Multiply that by a few dozen clips, and you see the problem.
So
That does remind me that what is it? Sometimes I've had like storage issues and stuff like that with Google Photos, and it did help when I just put the basically you take the videos and stuff like that. Some of them I just deleted because it was just like sometimes I just deleted. Sometimes I downloaded movies that I just didn't watch. I watched them once off of Google Photos and I just deleted them. Never watched them again, so I deleted them. Sometimes it was a Iron Maiden concert. I had to basically have another account for OneDrive, which I'll have to do another cleanup for because I'm almost out of my 1 terabyte of space. But I uploaded it there, and then I just deleted it out of Google Photos because I only have limited 100 gigabytes there. It unlocked like 20 gigabytes of space. So yeah, so I had to do that, and it worked. Anyways, here we go. Every installed app is a vulnerability for hackers to explore and exploit. Yeah, that's true. Yep.
relatable. I just deleted a ton of meme screenshots that were months old. It felt so good.
And we want this to feel manageable. So here's a pro tip. Commit to just 5 minutes a day of cleanup this week. Just 5 minutes while you're waiting for coffee, maybe? Small, consistent actions lead to huge results.
5 minutes is totally doable. What's one more pro tip before we move on?
Check your mail app storage. People forget this. Large attachments from years ago get stored locally on your device, silently eating up gigabytes in apps like Gmail or Outlook. You have to go in and purge them.
That's a great one. Okay, we've taken out the literal garbage. Now we need to talk about what's left behind, because some of it could be dangerous. Before we get to protecting your privacy, we want to hear from you. What's the easiest type of digital waste for you to remove? Are you a screenshot hoarder? Leave us a comment below and share your success.
All right, let's move on to step 2. Protect your privacy. This is where clutter stops being an inconvenience and starts being a real danger.
Explain that risk. We're not talking about slow performance anymore. This is about exposure.
The danger is that all those old forgotten files, they often contain sensitive information. Financial documents, scans of your ID, saved passwords, you name it. And the most fundamental rule of data security is simple. The less sensitive data you have stored, the less exposure you have.
Right. If it's not there, it can't be stolen.
Exactly. And that brings us to the critical question you need to ask yourself. If your phone or laptop were stolen today, what could a thief find in under 30 seconds? That thought should motivate everything we do in this step.
Okay, so what are the specific data points at risk?
We're talking about bank statements, tax documents, PDFs of licenses or passports, credentials you saved in a plain text file, and something really subtle. Photos that still have location metadata or EXIF data embedded in them.
Wait, let's define that. What exactly is EXIF data?
I'm actually surprised that some people download their financial information in bank statements. I never download them. I only view them through the bank app. It's way too much. Yeah, I would never download them to my computer. And also, what is it? Personal documents with identifiable data. I might have like a photo of my ID. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But it's also what's necessary for hacking somebody. But I kind of needed to have it just in case, like, for example, if I get pulled over and I don't have my wallet on me, I can just show the cop my phone. I have ID on my phone, which works too. So it's the kind of trade-off that you have, you know?
Data, and why is it so dangerous?
So EXIF data is this hidden layer of information your phone automatically attaches to every photo. It includes the camera settings, the date, the time, and critically the precise GPS coordinates of where that photo was taken.
Wow. So if you share a photo with that data intact, you're basically broadcasting your location history.
You are. It's a massive privacy hole. So to mitigate this, first action, Find sensitive items. Use your device's search function for keywords like SSN, tax, bank ID, password, invoice. Review every single result. If you don't absolutely need it, securely delete it.
And what if you do need to keep it?
That's our pro tip for sensitive files. They should never just sit on your desktop or in your documents folder. Move them to a secure, encrypted folder, or better yet, a reputable cloud vault that has two-factor authentication enabled. Add layers of protection.
Makes sense. Next up, the browser. That's a huge reservoir of personal data.
It is. So for browser cleanup, you need to remove saved passwords from the browser itself. Clear your autofill entries, delete old browsing history and cookies, and log out of accounts you're not using anymore. Reduce those active sessions.
And finally, we circle back to that metadata.
Metadata removal, yes. You need to strip that EXIF data from photos before you share them online. Same for documents. Remove properties like the author name and edit history before you send them out. It's about limiting the information you transmit accidentally.
And one final check.
One final check. Review your app permissions. Photos, microphone, location. Does that game really need access to your precise location 24/7? Probably not. Revoke it.
This is great. We're not just reclaiming space, we're building a digital fortress. Okay, now for the payoff. Step 3, boost device performance. This is where things get really gratifying.
This is the fastest, most noticeable win of the entire cleanse. After you do all this, your device will immediately feel lighter, faster, more responsive.
We're talking about real, tangible benefits, like smoother apps that launch without lag, longer battery life because fewer things are running in the background.
Yes, and a faster startup. Your computer booting up in half the time.
Fewer crashes, more stable performance, and a clearer mind. Less digital clutter really does equal less mental stress. You've removed this cognitive load you didn't even know you were carrying.
Exactly.
Now, before we dive into the specific actions to maintain this new speed, if you are finding these shortcuts useful and you want more deep dives every single week, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube NCW FDE channel. Don't miss out on all the new stuff we have coming, especially the next 3 weeks of this cleanse series. Okay, back to making things lightning fast.
Right, let's get into the mechanics, starting with phones. For on phones, the simplest advice is the one people ignore. Restart your device. The NSA even recommends a weekly restart just to clear out memory and stop runaway processes.
A weekly restart, that's easy enough.
I would take advice from the NSA.
You should also use the offload unused apps feature if you have it.
Oh, here we go. Okay, you have to have digital copies, but the right way to do it is store in the vault that clouds offer. Yeah, that's true. And then, well, especially the sensitive data that you want to store, then you have to have the vault, or the locked folder. Yeah, I get it. And then you did a video short on exploiting open sessions in browsers. Well, that would take some looking through, but they're exploiting open sessions in browsers. I know I did a video on that your what was it, that your private browser, whatever it was called, incognito mode, that your incognito mode is not really incognito, that it's not really private, that it's actually all the data still goes everywhere. It's just like, they tell you it doesn't save it to your Google history. It's pretty much all it does. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure when I did the open sessions in browsers. I would have to look into that. Maybe you can remind me of what day I did it so I could play it here, perhaps. And yeah, well, we'll continue.
Have it. It keeps your data, but removes the app itself to save space. Very clever.
That's a great middle ground. And of course, disabling background app refresh for things you don't need constantly updating. That's a huge battery killer.
Huge. And finally, go into your messaging apps, iMessage, WhatsApp, and clear out those massive video and photo attachments that have been building up for years.
Okay, and for those of us on computers?
You have to tackle the startup process. Uninstall unnecessary startup apps that launch every time you boot up and just slow everything down. Manually delete those system temporary folders we talked about.
And maintenance is key, right? Keep your operating system and your apps updated.
Always. Those updates aren't just for security. They often have huge performance optimizations. And use your task manager or activity monitor to find and kill heavy background processes. Check your browser extensions too. Delete old ones you don't use. They run constantly.
If that all sounds a little technical for some people, it's important to remember your device wants to help you.
It does. Use built-in tools. Windows has storage sense and disk cleanup. Mac has optimized storage. iOS and Android have storage analyzers right in the settings. Use them. They will show you exactly where the biggest space hogs are.
And just like that, we're at the end of week 1.
Oh,
You've
wow.
navigated the biggest step of the digital cleanse. You've deleted unused apps, cleaned your downloads,
Well, not yet.
removed duplicate files, and cleared out sensitive data.
And you've restarted your devices to feel that performance boost.
The ambitious goal we set was to reduce your device clutter by a measurable 20 to 40%. If you followed these steps, you've definitely hit that, and probably
One
even
more tip: stealing bank data through open session. Oh, I think I vaguely remember making a video about that. Yes. All right, and then let's finish it up.
more.
You've reclaimed space, improved performance, and protected your privacy. And the final thought for this week is the most important one. You'll feel a sense of relief, of clarity, and that feeling, that momentum is what the rest of this series will build on.
It really is incredible how much mental bandwidth that digital mess was taking up. So next Wednesday, we are diving into week 2, Account Security Review. We'll be locking down vulnerable access points and strengthening your protection across all your accounts.
Don't lose track of the series. We've just gotten started.
That's right. The pinned comment below has the link to the Digital Cleanse series playlist. You need to save it for easy access, so hit save now so you don't miss a single step. Join us next Wednesday for week 2 and start enjoying that faster, cleaner digital life today.
And that is it. Awesome. Well, great video. Oh, there's more. There's it on Jack's PC. It cut his startup time by about from the, what was it, the 20-minute plain startup sequence to a way shorter startup time. That was nice. Yeah. That's what it also does. It shortens your startup time and just also sometimes it clears out viruses as well, active viruses perhaps. And yeah, but I guess that was it. We're almost at 2 hours. Well, beautiful. Stop sharing. Stop screen sharing. And then we are back. Perfect. So, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for watching it. On that note, I will end. Clean up your phones. Clean up your phones. It's really important. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're still watching somehow, somewhere, some way. Then subscribe to my channel because 1,000 by the end of the year. I'm at 987. Be the 988th, 989th, or 90th subscriber, and then just keep it going. Keep the ball rolling, and we'll hopefully get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Which, like I said, it'll be likely 10 plus minutes to about 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah, wow, that's quite the cut. Wow, yeah. So clean up your stuff. Check your stuff. Check what you have everywhere because you can still have something you forgot, and it could come back to bite you in the ass. But on that note, I will finish my drink. And I will bid you farewell. Have a great night. I will be live on Sunday at 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. And as always, of course. And Friday's video was about doing a LinkedIn network cleanse. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. But I'm not. I would play every video that you ever made. I will be here for another year. So, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. And it's great having you. Thank you for all your contributions, once again, NC Web Dev. And I shall see you on Sunday. Don't forget, 12 p.m. Eastern. So have a good rest of your night. Happy Friday. Well, happy Saturday, at least for me, Central Time. And have a great night. Bye-bye. Signing off.